You know, when I go to church and the scripture that I hear, it is about protecting the poor. It is about looking after those who are marginalized in society. There's a lot about welcoming the stranger, which to me includes welcoming the immigrant. If they know that at least what you have to say is coming from a place of values, I think you get a lot of credit for that. I was a little surprised that I'm the only one who's been on Fox so far, because there are so many viewers who may never hear what our party has to say at all if we're never going on those channels and explaining what we believe.
He was one of the very first Democrats, if not the first, to jump into the 2020 presidential race with a central campaign promise to provide Americans with a universal basic income. Andrew Yang. Andrew, thanks so much for joining us today.
Remarkably, the political figure who is making the most sense on this subject, who has thought about it most deeply, is a Democrat who is running for president. He's Andrew Yang. He's an entrepreneur. Andrew Yang joins us tonight. Andrew, thanks very much for...
Yes. Andrew Yang, very good to have you.
Oh, thanks for having me, Neil. It's a pleasure to be here.
Andrew Yang is with us. He is a presidential candidate. Andrew, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So I think with a richer and thicker understanding of what work is, some kind of relationship between a guaranteed income and work, and some kind of structure that makes it equitable, but which might be along the lines of expanded tax credit or even the negative income tax idea that first got floated in the 70s. I think that, I don't know that anybody can say now that they have a fully informed, considered opinion on this.
How many of you know a lot about universal basic income? Raise your hand if you know a lot, and then do nothing if you know nothing. Right? Most of you don't know much. Well, you are here today, so you're what I call UBI curious. And I seem to be something of a resource for people who are UBI curious.
False promise being peddled by this White House that the solution is just to turn back the clock, that we can just stop these changes that are so disruptive.
So I can get some Trump supporters behind me because I'm trying to address the same problems that got him elected. But whereas his solutions were all backwards, it was like build the wall, turn the clock backwards, bring back the jobs. I'm saying we have to turn the clock forwards. We have to accelerate our society and our notions of our own value and work.
But the biggest lesson I learned is that if you just get out there and try to do a good job for people, you can count on people to judge you for that.
And it's like, wow, a politician who's not lying. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have been the easiest thing to do, was keep that lie up. Like, you didn't have to give them that. Like,
yeah, but that puts so much pressure on your integrity. You know, you've got to, it takes energy to try to be something that you're not. And that's energy that you could be using to serve other people. It's energy you could be using to be better at your job.
You are getting f***ed. And so if you want to help me un you, then like vote me into office.
Yang Gang 2020. Yang Gang 2020. Yang Gang 2020. Yang Gang. Yeah.